The following video will cover the basic techniques required to successfully install MDC's MicroTex. MicroTex has a classic look of an eggshell finish with added texture and a soft palette. MicroTex provides a natural aesthetic that helps conceal scuffs and stains and is especially suitable in areas of medium to high wear and tear in need of a subtle yet durable finish. To achieve the specified look and finish, a few equipment minimums need to be in place. You need a compressor that will output 6.9 standard cubic feet of air a minute at 80 psi. From the compressor to the pressure pot, you'll need a 3/8 inch interdiameter hose. Standard length of this hose is 50 feet. Your pressure pot needs to be a minimum 80 psi and dual regulated with a main shutoff, fluid shutoff, and quick disconnect. From the pressure pot to the gun, you need a 25-foot 5/16 inch air line and a 3/8 inch fluid line. Finally, at the end of the hose, you need a gun. All settings are based on the Binks 2100 or 2001 with external mix air cap, 63 PB or 66 SK air cap with a 565 needle and a 66 SS fluid nozzle. You can also use the CA Technologies Lynx, also known as a Lynx Multicolor L100C with a 1.8 fluid nozzle. Before mixing and applying MicroTex, be sure to read all application and safety instructions. Once surface has been uniformly primed with a white primer, hand stir all contents and box material. Do not use a mechanical mixer or shaker. Pour directly into the pressure pot. Do not strain and do not thin. Turn off airflow by setting the air adjusting regulator to 0 and turn up fluid pressure. The fluid, air, and fan control knobs on the gun must be set to fully open. Pull the trigger until a steady stream of paint flows from the gun. Adjust both fluid and air pressures, with fluid set at 35 psi and air set at 50 psi. On typical walls, spray vertical passes using a 50% overlap at a moderate to quick motion at a distance of approximately 12 inches from the substrate. Avoid spraying a thick coat. If this happens, the small particles may become buried and hardly seen. Releasing the trigger halfway at the end of each spray stroke and slowly pulling in the trigger all the way. This will allow for a smooth transition from section to section. Allow material to dry and compare with control sample. 2 lighter coats will give better coverage than 1 heavy coat and allow the fleck to be more noticeable. Spray repair. For an indentation, apply the compound, sand and spot prime using 1 to 2 coats of 100% acrylic primer sealer. Following instructions for setting up the gun for typical application, apply 1 light to medium coat and allow to dry. Apply a second coat using the fluid on-off method mentioned above, which will softly blend wet into dry. Do not leave a hard edge. Allow to dry and inspect. If full coverage has not been achieved, give another light pass. Where very small areas need to be touched up, especially if they are not at eye level, lightly rolling a couple of coats with a small roller may work as well. For more information on any of the MDC finishes, please go to mdcwall.com or call 800-621-4006 extension 4.